Hello, everybody. This is MMA Redbeard, bringing you live MMA fight predictions. Here we go. We got our first one under the way here. This is my first one, so welcome. Um, it's going to be UFC 156. And as a headliner on this one, we have Jose Jr. Scarface Aldo versus Frankie Edgar, the answer, or Frankie the Answer Edgar. Um, what a fight. What a fight. They dubbed it a super fight. I'm not a big fan of monikers or when what they use to build these fights, but I'll tell you what, they hit the nail on the head with this one. Super fight is what we have on our hands here. We have two warriors. I can't call them anything else. These guys are warriors. You got Jose Aldo first. Let's talk about Jose Aldo. He's a devastatingly scary fighter. This guy has knocked out some guys. Let's put it that way. This guy has the most devastating kicks I've ever seen. MMA, any weight class, any division, any company. I've never seen somebody kick like this guy, as Jose Aldo, let's say. He's broken Uriah Faber's leg. Let's just leave it right there. So aside from that, aside from the leg kicks, he's got amazing cardio. He's got great hands. He's got a 49%, strike accuracy for his major strikes. That is something that's amazing. He's been compared to Anderson Silva in striking, so right there we can leave it at that. The guy's got great hands. Jiu-jitsu, his jiu-jitsu hasn't been showcased so much, but he is a black belt in jiu-jitsu, so, that's always a threat. This guy also has stuffed, I want to say, I just saw the stat. It was like he has stuffed 55 of 57 takedown attempts. So the guy has great defense, takedown defense, right there. So I can't say enough about the guy. I love the guy. He's a great guy to watch. He's exciting. Now, on the other hand, we have my man, Frankie Edgar. And I say my man, he's just been so inspirational to watch coming up. With all his fights, even prior to BJ Penn, this guy has shown nothing but heart and put on great fights since day one. He's fought Hermes, just a laundry list of lightweight contenders, in his fights. He's had, just some of the memorable ones. We have, Hermes Franca, that fight. Tyson Griffin, amazing fight. This kid has heart, in any of those fights. That's even prior to him beating BJ Penn twice, for the world title. And a guy like BJ Penn at the time, he was a dangerous guy. I remember that fight, those two fights, and I was on my edge. I was on the edge of my seat. Then you talk about, post BJ Penn. We have, his fights with, what is his name? I forget now that it's over. Gray Maynard. He had his fights with Gray Maynard. Super fights. That this is what this guy deals in strictly, is super fights. He took everything that Gray Maynard had and kept going. If you didn't see that first fight, you need to see it. If you didn't see the second fight, you need to see it. This guy has a iron jaw, a diamond jaw. This guy was knocked down 7 times, I want to say, in the first round of the first fight. Very similar to the second fight. I watched the first fight. I was on the edge of my seat once again. He got through the fight. I thought it was a real close fight. It was a tough fight to call. And he's my boy. And I wanted to say he won. He was the champ going in. He should have taken that fight. You have to decisively beat the champ. Then you have his fight against Gray Maynard the second time. Guy takes a wallop in the first round again. Comes back to win it. Comes back to knock him out. That's huge. And then you go into, after those fights, you go into that, let's just call it bullshit. And I'm sorry if I'm biased on this point. He's the only fighter I'll be biased about. This guy goes out there, fights a schmuck like Ben Henderson, who's just a big body bag. the guy can take punishment. He can do a couple of things. He likes to brush it off after he fall. He gets knocked down and fake it. He's a show fighter. He's got no guts. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you're a Ben Henderson fan. I am not, obviously. I don't like to see guys go out there and show fight and not get it on. Anyways, those fights showed incredible heart. He won the second. We all know it. He should be lightweight champion right now. But let's move on. He's in a he's gonna drop to 145. So first fight out of the gate, he's got the biggest fight in the division. So Frankie's got a lot of things to deal with. He's got some heavy leg kicks to deal with. He's got great striking to deal with. He's got great takedown defense to deal with. Well, what I think is going to happen, Frankie has a tendency to catch leg kicks. He's going to catch a couple, and he's going to take them down, and he's going to ground and pound him. And that's what I think. I think we're going to see Frankie is going to take this fight. I'm going to be that guy that says it. Most guys are calling Aldo all the way. I'm calling Frankie all the way this time. I'm going to say Frankie takes it. Let's say the third round if we got to be picky. It's going to be a TKO or a submission. Now let's say my prediction is third round TKO or submission through Frankie Edgar. I just don't think Aldo can bring it enough to take him out in those rounds. By the third round, Jose is going to be tired, frustrated, and he's going to slip up. If they do end up going the 5 rounds, I'm also giving it to Frankie because he works. He is a worker. So is Aldo. Don't get me wrong. I love Aldo as well. But Frankie's a worker. He's going to outwork Aldo in all facets of the game. And he's going to take it, like I said, in the third round, TKO or submission. But if it does go the distance, Frankie's going to take that too. Okay, let's move off that because that was a long topic. But it's something we are all thinking about. Next up, we got Rashad Evans, Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira. I'm going to say, and I'm not a big Rashad fan to be honest with you, but I'm going to say Rashad's going to take this fight. Nogueira's a great striker. I think he's always got a puncher's chance in this, but I'm going to say age is going to play a factor in this. Rashad is going to wear him down, just like he's done lately. Nothing too exciting out of the guy, in the past, few fights. But I'm going to say he's going to do, what he does now. He's going to wear him down. He's going to win on points. He's going to win a decision. I'm going to call that the round 3 decision. Next up is a fight I'm actually very excited about. We have Alistair Overeem, versus Antonio Bigfoot Silva. Bigfoot Silva's a grinder, no doubt. He's fought some big names. He's fought Fedor. He's beat Fedor. He's fought quite a few guys. His last fight against Cain Velasquez didn't go his way, but who knew? Who knew that Velasquez was that much of a monster? So I give my props to Bigfoot Silva on being resilient and rugged. Now, on the other hand, to the actual prediction, we have a guy like Alistair Overeem. He's just a monster. We saw what he's done to everybody. Brock Lesnar, he got him out of MMA. That was a leg kick, I believe, that took him out. Liver kick. Yeah, so this guy can kick. This guy's got the strikes. He also has, the experience. He's got 36 fights. Actually, no, I'm sorry. He's got 36 wins, 11 losses. So this guy's got experience. Antonio Nogueira can't, Bigfoot Silva doesn't have that amount of experience. I don't think Silva's going to be able to impose his game on him whatsoever. I think Overeem's just going to ream him out. That's what I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it a benefit of the doubt. I'm going to give Silva to round 2, but it's going to be a knockout by Overeem in the second round at least. So that's that fight. But I'm excited to watch it. Those guys are great, exciting fighters. They're always put on exciting fights. So, happy to watch it. Next one. It's a little rough for everybody, I think, and a little mind-blowing. You have 2 of the snoozers, as we like to call them in the MMA circles. We have Damian Maia versus John Fitch. Not that they're not great guys or great martial artists, but they've put on nonstop snooze fest. So let's hope, let's cross some fingers on this one, that they both kind of cancel each other out in the snooze department and they just bang it out. I'm going to say they're going to bang it out. I think there's not going to be much ground game on this one. It's crazy, but I'm going to say for prediction, I'm going to go with John Fitch. I'm going to go with age once again. I'm going to go with a younger team on this one. John Fitch is he's a pretty great fighter. I don't know. John Fitch. Let's say John Fitch. And if they're going to bang it out, I'm going to say Maya's only going to be able to take 2 rounds. So let's say, once again, a second round TKO John Fitch, just for fun. Okay. Next and last of the main card, we have Joseph Benavidez versus Ian McCall. Ian McCall's got a great look. The man definitely exemplifies the moniker Uncle Creepy. Great look, great stash, great thing. I don't know what this thing is, but it's an interesting thing. To try to stay, strictly by the numbers here, we have Ian McCall. He's coming off a 4 or 5 fight losing streak, as where Joseph Benavidez, he's been working his way up with some great fights. He can go the distance. This guy's gone the distance with 2 great fighters, Dominic Cruz, I believe, and Demetrius Johnson, if not, Demetrius Johnson. So, this guy can go the distance. I'm going to say Joseph Benavidez, round 3 TKO. Yeah, let's say round 3 TKO. This guy's a championship fighter. He's gone the championship rounds. So let's say Joseph Benavidez on that one. This has been an MMA Beard prediction of UFC 156. Please tune in. This is our first one, so I'm gonna get this started with this one, and let's see how my predictions go. I don't know. I guessed on a couple of them, but thank you for watching, and enjoy that fight. Enjoy.